Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk about who, in my opinion, is one of the worst family vlogging channels on any social media platform. I have talked about them before, but we're going to be discussing Jonathan Joly's recent TikToks, and I had quite a few thoughts. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so if you have been around YouTube, the family vlogging sphere for any amount of time, you will probably know who Jonathan and Anna are. They have a channel on YouTube called the Saccone Jolies, and I have talked about them before. Jonathan's recent TikToks are extremely alarming, and I will say it right out the gate. When I talk about fractured parent-child relationships 10, 15, 20 years from now, Jonathan Joly is going to literally be, I think, one of the parents that we're going to hear about. Same with Anna. They come in a pair, you know? The way that content has been created, focused around E and everything that this young child is going through, it blows my mind. I don't understand how a parent could sleep at night knowing that they're making this kind of content and featuring this child so heavily when obviously the child is going through a major life moment that should not be content. Now, I've had the conversation before. I know some people like to argue. I know this comment section is probably going to be a little interesting. Hopefully, everyone keeps it civil. As far as the argument of is E being forced into this, I don't know because I don't live with the child. I could speculate and say that everything is being orchestrated for content or for the parents' satisfaction, but I just don't feel comfortable saying that right now because this is such a sensitive topic. We're not talking about just a child growing up and having their life on YouTube. This is something that, I mean, this child most likely has so many questions, so many feelings, so many emotions. I know all children do, but if we're talking about this situation specifically, I think that those questions and emotions are possibly double what another child might be going through. I want to talk about some of Jonathan's most recent TikToks. The most recent one says it's essentially a video using a sound bite from the movie Clueless, iconic movie, one of my favorites. And that's playing in the background, and it says, "When I offer my daughter to wear jeans." Then you have the child pushing the jeans out of the frame and just acting as if, it's appalling. Like, no, I don't like jeans. I only like dresses. I did notice the suggested search in this comment section was the child's name as a boy. So, people are just digging to the 100th degree to find out everything they can about this child and the transition that is happening. But nevertheless, first of all, the whole idea of dresses being for girls and jeans being for boys and blue and pink and all of this kind of stuff, I've never been the type to get super hung up on what somebody is wearing. That's just not who I am. It's not who I ever was. I wore things as a child that might be categorized for boys. I don't care. I really don't care. The reason that this TikTok is interesting to me is because there are many other recent videos showing this child wearing jeans. So it was obviously orchestrated for the video, and maybe this is Jonathan's idea of what girls like to wear. Maybe that's the idea, and that's why there's such a heavy focus on this dress idea. I just thought it was kind of silly. The next TikTok says, It's a song and it says, "I ain't no princess, I'm a queen." And of course, the comment section is just full of disgusting comments that I hope the child never sees, God forbid. But obviously, one day this child is going to see the comments, whether it's tomorrow or, years from now. People on social media can be so cruel. TikTok is especially toxic when it comes to people leaving hate comments and just saying things that are completely out of line. I couldn't imagine opening up my child to the cesspool that is social media at such a young age. It's hard enough for these teenagers that are entering high school and having all kinds of emotions and they don't really know who they are yet. It's hard enough for them to be on social media. These young minds, in my opinion, it just doesn't coexist with TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Now, something that I noticed that is a very, very strong pattern on Jonathan's social media is that this child is wearing revealing clothing quite often. And when I say revealing clothing, I'm not talking about little bikinis and stuff that you might see older kids in. I'm talking about little short pajamas, midriff bearing tops, and constantly showing off the midsection of the child. So we're not only plastering this kid all over social media, but we're also plastering this kid all over social media and putting them in revealing clothing. So you're not only marketing the child to weird people that like to watch children, you're also marketing the child to extra creepy people who want to see children in revealing clothing. And you are literally giving it to them video after video, because this was not a one-time thing. This has been a pattern that Jonathan and Anna have allowed this child to wear revealing clothing on YouTube and TikTok that I have seen personally. Now, the family was invited to Chessington, and it says, I didn't know what Chessington is, and it says Chessington is home to over 40 rides and attractions, over 1,000 animals in our zoo and sea life center, and the host of roarsome shows and talks each day. Y'all know I hate SeaWorld and I'm not a fan of the zoo. So maybe this is like a kind of like Disney, but not on that level. Maybe. I don't know. Are you guys overseas? If you're overseas, let me know down below. Is it similar to Disney if you've been to both? Either way. They invited the family to come try the new Jumanji ride. And this just goes back to what I've always said. When companies are sending PR or inviting these family vloggers on trips or doing brand deals, the company is co-signing the exploitation that is going on the channel. And that is my opinion. Some people might disagree. I don't really care at this point. But when you're sending your product or you're inviting these families to come to your resort or, do a try-on haul or whatever, you are saying, we like you all so much that we are willing to pay you, give you free stuff, give you a free trip. And all that it takes is 5 minutes to look at these people and see what they're doing. You're putting your stamp of approval on it when you're doing stuff like this. There are miscellaneous videos peppered throughout Jonathan's social media sharing this sweet young child just in clothing that should not be shown on TikTok, in my opinion, on a child. Now, there's also another video that I saw that piqued my interest because Jonathan is opening up this child to receive fan mail. And click the link in my bio and you can send fan mail. And the child, reads one of the letters that was sent in. There was a misspeak because basically E said something about spankies and it was actually sparkles. So Jonathan stepped in and made sure that was corrected. But this is just so strange. Why are you encouraging people to send your child fan mail? Why are you encouraging it? You are inviting people to build a special kind of bond with your child who cannot give correct consent. And these kids are just kind of like dangled out in front of people. Send them fan mail, and in exchange, you can watch them in midriff bearing clothing on our TikTok for free. Jonathan confirms that the reason that we see them in every single video with the kids is because basically the rules are being skirted. This is their way of skirting the rules. Have an adult in the video with the children, and then it will allow them to keep their content up, because evidently their platform was taken down for a while, and this is the lesson that was learned. Adults need to be in the video with the kids, and we can go ahead and continue to overshare our children on this app. There is another video from April 20th that is as far back as I went, and showing E going to the gender clinic and all of this kind of stuff. The internet doesn't need to know about that. None of that kind of stuff should be considered content. That should be device-free time that is devoted to spending time with your child, doing whatever it is that they need to have done, have the conversations with them, be fully present, stop worrying about making content out of every single thing. I cannot stand the filming medical visits. I obviously have several pet peeves when it comes to family vloggers, but the filming medical visits and this kind of stuff is just unimaginable to me. It is truly unimaginable, because I don't understand why a camera being in a medical facility would ever, kind of coexist. Be there for your child. Put the damn phone away. Now, Anna is over on her TikTok getting all kinds of PR sent to her, doing really weird videos with E. One of them was the sound that is very popular on TikTok: "He's not the love of your life, hit him with your car." And she does this with E. It's like, I understand it's supposed to be lighthearted, but this is a child. This is a literal child that you're now saying, oh, let's do these quirky TikToks and talking about hitting a guy with your car. Like, I get it, it's a joke, but if it wasn't involving the child, I would have nothing to say about this, because I think the sound is funny. I've seen some funny videos be made using that sound, but not a mother with her child.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
It is so strange. There was another sound that she used, and it was saying, "Bitch, be for real." Again, wouldn't care about this if it was either with older kids or just with adults. Why are we involving kids in these kinds of videos? It is bad enough that your kids are all over TikTok. Bare minimum, why don't you go ahead and keep the specific language sounds until they're a little bit older, for Christ's sake. We are talking about young children. She has received PR from River Island, Olive Young Global, GHD, all kinds of, beauty brands are supporting Anna, which, again, I usually would not care, but when these brands are supporting somebody who is oversharing their children, that's where I'm like, y'all need to have a social media screener. I've literally been saying this so often. Hire somebody to spend 30 minutes, look into the influencer's content. Is that something that you want to co-sign? Because when you send them PR and you send them all of this kind of stuff, invite them out to lunch and, invite them to the park and all of this stuff, you are co-signing their presence. And if their presence is oversharing and exploiting their kids, then people are going to side-eye the shit out of your brand. So, in my opinion, Jonathan and Anna are one of the worst examples of children being exploited from their parents on social media. And I think that they deserve every bit of criticism. They deserve to be talked about on a consistent basis. And as far as them learning and doing better, I've been watching them for a while and they continue to get worse. So I don't think that they're here to do better, but I'm here to talk about them, and I will continue to keep an eye out because I think it is absolutely insane the way that they are just using this child as a way to revive their dead social media platforms. It's disgusting. But either way, that's going to be it for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.